You did it. You did it.
I'm so
Poop.
proud of you.
Poop. Poop.
Uh,
Poop.
okay, you doing the rest too?
Oh, I wasn't going. Hold on.
Oh, okay, I got it. I'm
Okay.
on it.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Greetings and salutations, my wonderful freaks. I am your Uncle Necro, and I'm welcoming you all back to the Tomb of the Terrible, where we watch bad movies and then we torture you with them. Gleefully. And tonight, I am joined with my regular band of misfit toys. To my proverbial left, we have Raz T Slasher.
Hey.
Then we have Friday.
Und chaos?
And
Yes,
the
and
chaos.
I'll fix the chaos part.
Okie dokie.
I'm included.
Magic.
Then we have Dell in the lower left-hand side.
Hello, everybody.
That would be your right if you're watching. And then we have Pyle. And tonight we are discussing.
Night, Tom Dog.
Hello, Tom Dog. Well, tonight is going as far as how's everything going. We're discussing the movie Monsturd.
Yes.
A movie that Raz has seen too many times to be healthy.
This was my 10th viewing today, actually.
10th viewing.
Wow.
Over years. Over more than a decade, actually.
And I believe Raz beats Pyle's daughter by, what, 5?
Six
Six.
times.
Six.
But you know what? She's guy on Tubi, and she knows where to find it.
Well, since
Yeah.
she's like, what, an eighth of his age, I think she's doing good.
Well, before we proceed any further, let me go ahead and give you the synopsis, taking from the back of the VHS copy that was released back in the mid-2000s. When escaped serial killer Jack Schmidt dies a mysterious death in the city's sewage treatment plant, deep, dark trouble comes to town. A horrific accident at a nearby genetic research laboratory results in the bloodthirsty killer's resurrection, and soon, using the county's sewer system as his underground lair, Schmidt exacts his odious revenge on the frightened townfolk. This is the thriller that does for toilets what Psycho did for showers. Come along if you dare.
Oh,
And
boy.
I know we all have thoughts on it, especially Dell, but I have to admit, going into this today earlier, I was bracing for the worst. And I have seen some of the worst that cinematic horror has to offer. It wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. I will give it that much. My initial thoughts, this is more Charles Band level bad horror.
Yeah.
And it is a bad horror movie, but it's a self-aware bad horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
And
It
Raz,
is.
Raz, I believe you said something about having a tie-in to Jack Frost, the horror Jack Frost.
Jack Frost and also Death House and a couple other ones. So it's all about the
Ginger
prison.
Dead Man, maybe?
No, not Ginger Dead Man. No.
That would be awesome, though.
Yeah, that's a whole separate thing. But no, it's all about the facility and the prison where all these different killers escape from. There's a movie later on where there's a wing of the facility that's all just cloned famous serial killers. Like it's a pretty insanely hilarious fucking setup, though. But yeah, Jack Frost is the bigger one of all of them. That was the one that actually got, I guess, the most infamous to the point where it at least had a sequel. So, but I mean, this was a special one for me. There was a period of time when I was with my ex-wife and I was in med school where she would leave and go to Florida for like a month. So when I wasn't doing all the things that I had to do for school, I would literally just find the shittiest movies I could find because that's what I like to do and just get super high and watch them. And this one rolled across the screen, and I have delighted by making so many different people watch this movie over the year. Like, this is my one movie that I just make people watch because it amuses me to make them watch it. That's why I wanted it on our wheel so fucking bad.
So this is your sadomasochist version of torturing your friends.
Yeah, kind of, but it's fun. Like you said, going into this, they don't take it seriously. You know what you're getting into by the title and the description alone. They do not take it seriously, and they literally find every shit joke that could be made is made in this movie, including ones that they invent just for the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we all admittedly have that movie we want to torture our friends with, and if they've never seen it, we'd want to sit down just so you can watch their faces. For me, that would be Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Nice. I will say that my wife won't even watch this movie. I've tried to get her to watch it. I've told her the premise. I've even gone so far as to surprise her and turn it on, and she's like, nope, it turns it off. She will not even watch it. In fact, she's not even in the room right now because she doesn't even want to be around for me to talk about watching it.
She doesn't want to hear about Monsturd.
No, she's heard.
What's
She's
wrong
heard.
with her?
Oh, literally, ever so often, I will just dictate an entire scene of it to her when she can't get away from me. So she probably has kind of watched it in her.
Just driving down the road.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then suddenly you look over and the door's open and she's just rolling down the embankment.
I have sometimes just been like, honey, pretend it's the medieval ages, just shit in a bag and throw it out the window. And she's like, what? It's in Monsturd. That's okay.
I just quoted from Monsturd.
That was I like the Shitty Pants Dance song. That was.
And I have to admit that song from the end credits is probably where a lot of the budget went to.
Yeah, probably.
It's an actual, jazzy, well-played thing.
It's so jazzy that me and my wife actually looked for it on Apple Music, and for some reason, it's not on there. It's not even topping the charts.
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
It's not that shitty of a song.
No, it's not, surprisingly.
Okay, Del, your thoughts on this?
Okay, so first of all, I was expecting also this to be a lot worse than it was.
A shit show, if you will.
And yeah, but though they did do a lot of the shit jokes, they didn't really overdo them. Like, they'd have a spat of them at once. Like when she's looking at the pictures and there's 10 shit jokes on the wall left behind at the murder scene, written in poop, of course. But then it didn't, and they'd have little references here and there, and the guy's eating chocolate pudding or something, and just little tiny things that you knew were going through. But what kind of had me cracked up about it was like the worst version of The Princess Bride ever, because it's the only reason that I don't hate this movie a lot more is because it starts off and this guy's like, go to bed, honey, but I need a bedtime story. Well, I always tell the bedtime stories. How about you tell me a bedtime story?
Yeah.
And so this whole story is coming from the mind of this little girl. So of course, when she makes monsters, she's, a little one, and they're like, poop monsters, you're gonna cut. Well, she's not that little, but the poop monster's coming and everything. And I'm sure she did. But and then when I thought about it as I was going through things, there were points where it was like, that scene didn't really make any sense. Like when there's a scene where an FBI agent goes over to the police chief's house and, would you like a drink? Yes. And they sit down and they pour drinks and they each slam a drink. Would you like some more? Yes. And they pour them and they slam their drinks. And, okay, bye. Okay,
Because
bye. And
that's
it's
what
like,
adults do. And
yeah,
then
because adults drink, but they don't know what the little kid doesn't know what else. So it's not like they have any intriguing conversation or anything. It's just, and then they went to his house, they had a drink, and then she went home. You know.
Yeah.
So that made it like a lot better in my mind. I was like, oh, this is the poop version of A Princess Bride. Okay.
Right.
And they, like, if you really think about it, they had to actually put in effort to write the movie as if they were a child, like telling a story, and then film it that way. Like, it's a weird amount of effort to put into a project like about a shit monster, but like, it's one of those like examples of like really cool storytelling with no budget. Like, no budget.
They got so much use out of that fog machine, man. That was like,
It paid for itself.
Okay, there is a couple of one particular scene that just made me just kind of sit there and go, okay, and that would be in the police station, and one of them was had the hippie puppet, and was describing
The one that looked like Raz.
Yep.
Like, hey man, you want to do me? And then they get into a fight. That was just, I'm just sitting there going, this is happening.
It just kept going, too.
There was a 20-minute conversation between me and Pyle where he sent me a picture of the puppet, a screenshot of the puppet. Then I sent him a picture of the, oh my God, the zigzag blunt wraps, the guy on the front of it, because that also looks like me. And we were just, it was a very hilarious conversation. But yeah, that puppet did look a little bit like me. I'll take it. I would
never abuse you like that.
I was funny because I kept on telling him, I was like, so this is the reason you like it. You're in it.
Yeah. And then there was this. Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, because you might be talking about the same scene that I was going to. So what,
the diaper armor?
No.
Okay,
that was brilliant.
Okay, so there's this scene, and by the way, guys, it's not that bad, but I wouldn't recommend eating something with chocolate in it while you're watching this movie.
Or chunky peanut butter.
Or corn and nuts, which was a weird thing later on.
Chili.
But chili, yeah. But when they have the vomit scene, they're like all down in the sewers, and they made extensive use out of this sewer system area too. I'm assuming they use the same small area over and over and over and over, just from different angles with different lighting. But they got a lot of bang for their buck with that. But it shows like somebody who's been kind of melted or whatever by the monster. And these two of the police officers just start vomiting. And usually, like, that's something that's going to trigger me to, like, have my gag reflex go in. But they did it all in the dark because there's flashlights. They dropped them and stuff. So there's just, like, back and forth, and you can kind of see little bits. But you don't have to be forced to be super grossed out by it because they didn't actually show, like, just, like, projectile vomiting. It was just...
Right.
Yeah, so it was the most tastefully handled vomit scene I've ever seen. So
the second scene that really stuck out in my mind was the scene with the not a little girl, mind you, but maybe fifth grade, middle school, and her dad is watching what I like to call Turkish South Park.
Yeah, basically.
And the turd monster is coming after me. What, the number 2? Oh, I'll take care of it. And then she's just bad mouthing the cops. And since you brought up, reminded us all, this is a story spoken from the little girl's perspective. So yeah, she's going to be the one to be given the lip, almost like the girl from Psycho Goreman.
That's what I was just, yeah.
So.
She had some attitude.
So
this is the turd that's causing all the trouble.
It Judy.
Why does the monster look like Patrick Starfish from SpongeBob?
Hey, SpongeBob, how you doing? Patrick, you get back in the bathroom.
I will say though, like
Susie
during,
Wonderland.
That's a great use of great stuff right there.
oh yeah,
And
during that scene you're talking about though, like the dad's like, there would never be a creature made out of shit, and then you look at the screen when he's watching the Turkish South Park, and there's literally their version of Mr. Hanky on the screen, like right when he says it.
It's the Mr. Hanky Christmas episode.
there, but you got to admit though, the Golgothan from Dogma
Yeah.
kind of predates this,
Yes.
Yeah.
so it's already been done.
I'm randomly looking through these.
But never on
pictures.
such low budget.
I didn't do
You-
the
this is-
best. But I guess
It's okay. This is the little girl we keep talking about who's
Yeah.
telling the story.
The way she ends it right there. That's funny.
Yeah.
They
Her
used a
idea,
gun.
the
used a
most
gun.
horrifying part of the story.
Like, there's also this really hilarious thing going on where, like, they're trying to figure out how to stop this thing, but the big chili cookout is coming, and they cannot stop the chili cook-off. But what they can do to try to subvert it is to have the cops going around, filling people in. I've got a megaphone, so you have to listen to me. And then they're bringing in porta potties instead, of using actual plumbing, because they think that's going to somehow save them from the Monsturd. Well, but they really make this whole chili cook-off like a focus for like half the fucking movie.
Well,
Oh, yes,
did
'cause
you
they tried
notice
to-
that one part where it's got the bounce house, and the bounce house starts deflating, and I was like, man, that looks weird that it's deflating that way. And I come to realize there's a woman walking backwards. It's not deflating, it's inflating. They're just putting it backwards. It's like, okay.
I didn't see that part.
Yep.
I
Oh
missed
my
that.
gosh. Around that time is the time that they... Uh-oh, did I freeze? Oh, no, I'm here.
You're good.
Everything did. Anyway,
We're
That-
listening intently.
there was also that part that they were coming out of the cave, and my daughter makes a comment. Are they trying to be Ghostbusters?
You
said-
gotta look like-
I mean, this moment.
Yes.
The
So-
diaper armor.
And if you really look at it, it goes from the cave scene to a beach scene to a park that is in the middle of a city. And it's all connected right there. I mean, there's 3 different locations that they all smack together. And I thought, the chili cook-off is in the middle of the city. Apparently, the middle of the city is right beside this lake or this ocean that has this really gravelly beach. And this gravelly beach is right beside
It's the
the
lake.
cave.
The sewer.
And I was just like, man, this is like really out there. But it was comical because I'm noticing that, and old Raven is noticing is, are they trying to be the Ghostbusters? I said,
If
who are you
look
going
at
to
this
wipe?
map, the poop bank's
Right.
over here.
Uh-huh.
That looks
Over
cool.
beneath the guy's chin is where the chili cook-off
I'm gonna
is
make you
taking
guys
place.
fight Monsturd in D&D. Just seeing that map just makes me want to have a whole monster kid. The goblin chili cook-off.
That was
Um,
fun when
the-
he was like, got the poop monster. Oh, I got you guys.
There was also a really fun arachnophobia Julian Sands nod with the fly expert scene.
Yeah. Okay, I need 1,000,000 flies. I can do that in 2 days. Okay. And how do you carry flies around?
In a dog
cat
carrier.
carrier.
that has no netting or anything. You can see right through it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, just walking, and he's like, mm-hmm.
Flies.
I don't know. That
So,
part is-
yeah, that was brilliant. I mean, a lesser person would have tried to flush the problem away, or perhaps use the gigantic body of water to maybe, disperse the nastiness, much like Clayface and Batman.
Right.
So,
I think he
There
was
was
too
a-
chunky. He was too chunky and adhesive for the lake to end in him.
Yeah,
There
the
was
fact
also that guy that his wife told him he's got to go downstairs and clean the bathroom, and he's like plunging it, and everything's flying at him. And
Look
Note
what
that
Johnny
he
did
was-
in the bathroom. If you don't believe me, he threw shit everywhere.
oh, it was just that part. Her yelling at him, "You can't do this," and him stomping around like a little kid. No, I'll do it later. And she goes, "No, be a man. Clean that bathroom." And he's got the plunger. Ah!
I think that bathroom was maybe indicative of bigger problems in that marriage
Yeah.
that just happened to be there as the catalyst.
I feel bad for Monsturd in that situation, having to get involved in all that. Like that had to have been a nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Shit, I
Just
gotta
kind of,
go here.
I'm good.
bad
You got your
time.
own problem.
I'll just.
I picked the wrong toilet. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, just flush me. It's cool. I'll flush myself. Just go about your evening.
Yes. Friday talk.
Freddie,
What?
yes, Freddie, yes. Talk. We can
Okay.
Come on.
go for it.
We want to hear your shitty input on this.
And
Okay.
we're all talking over her while she's Go
I
ahead.
just figured I'd wait till it was my turn.
Yet you just have to like kick us in the nuts and go, my turn now. Ugh.
Yeah, that doesn't always work well. So I just wait lately. So yeah, it was not as bad as I was expecting. The fly scene is probably the one that confused me the most. I can understand the kid wanting to attack it with Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah. Yep.
Super soaker Pepto-Bismol. That was like my favorite part of the whole movie.
The pink stuff.
What about
Yeah.
you, Chaos?
Oddly enough, one of the funniest parts of the movie for me is the girl's idea of what makes this story truly horrifying. The fact that Hollywood bought the rights and made a movie with $100 million for $100 million.
Yes.
Starring Ben Affleck.
Oh, I just noticed. This is how grown-ups spend their time. They
Yeah.
they take a couple drinks out of those and then they leave.
Yep.
They're like, yep, we're good.
Even like the look on his face. It's like,
Yeah. But I will say this though. This has better music and in the soundtrack during and Foley type sound effects going on. So they actually did that work.
There wasn't, yeah, I noticed there was a hell of a score going on. There wasn't much time where there wasn't music being played.
Mhm.
That's part of the reason why I'm saying this is more of a Charles Band level type of, full moon type
I mean,
of
it's
feeling.
kind of
about-
indicative of the things that Brain Damage films were putting out at that time. Because Brain Damage didn't make the movie. Like, Brain Damage is one of those companies where, hey, I made a movie. Who can I get to release it? Oh, I'll send it over to Brain Damage and see if they'll put it out. So, like, they're just more like the publisher of the film more than anything. But most of the movies they put out, they don't make. They just do deals with filmmakers. But, like, they do have a vibe, things they like to do, like Evil Tunes, for example. That's a series that they put out. There's a couple different stuff like that. When they started doing the Faces of Death rip-offs, they were the first ones that hopped on that train with Traces of Death. So a lot of the stuff that they look for in filmmakers. In fact, Slasher's Gone Wild was also released by Brain Damage Films. So I have a lot of inside knowledge on Brain Damage Films, but it's just one of those companies that puts out stuff. I would say it's a step underneath Trauma and Full Moon, because a lot of the movies they get, like I said, are a lot lower budget, believe it or not.
Curious. But in any case, since Raz, this is the movie, your go-to movie to torture your friends and family with. How did you come across this yourself originally?
He said I was just kind of hanging out. It was originally on Netflix when it came out. They had a big Netflix deal, and that's where I found it. I believe when it was first released.
Okay.
and I was just kind of hanging out, and it came across, and like, oh, okay, well, this is gonna be stupid as shit. And then I ended up like the first 3 times I watched it was in the first weekend, because I had my nephew come and stay the night the very next day, and I made him watch it with me. He's the first person I tortured with it, and then it just kind of became a thing for me. But like, I really enjoy the music. It was also a period of time where I was depressed a lot. I was either busy in medical school doing 2 million things. And if you guys know me, I don't do well on my own. So when I'm on my own for a long period of time, I don't do so well. So it was a huge distraction. Like you said, the music just kind of kept me into the flow of the movie. I'm a sucker for shit jokes. I don't care. I'm a child. I'm good with that. Just the whole movie, man. And a lot of people, watch B movies. They like B movies, but I'm kind of like a walking B movie encyclopedia, to be honest with you. And this is one that just it really hit the top ranks to me of the creativity, that what you can do with B film. You can have no budget and still find some kind of interesting way to tell a story via this little girl, and it's following like the way she would tell the story, the music, the props, the Foley work. They put a lot of love and heart into this movie, and it's funny as fuck, and it's a good time. It's not an award-winning movie, but it's a good time, and that's what I needed when I found it. And while I do torture people with it, I like to think that once people actually see it, they kind of get where I'm coming from with it. So.
You were going to say something, Del?
Oh yeah, I was I wanted to actually know more about the serial killer, other than that he was a serial killer. Because apparently, from what we get out of the FBI agent who brought him in, there was like some references to shit involved in that like it was one of his signatures or something like that. Because I said, oh, he sure took a shit on me, and oh look, he wrote something about shit on the walls. That's one of his call signs, or whatever. And so it's like,
when he killed people and they evacuated their bowels, his calling card is he would write in their shit.
But when did we find that out?
Not in that movie.
Okay.
That's when I saw the other movies to see some of the stuff. Like, yeah.
You really have to do a deep dive in the whole universe.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I really want to do a deep dive into that much shit.
So, Pyle,
of course you do.
We need to address that your child is watching this.
It's a septic dive.
Do we really need to tell everybody that she's only 5?
I wasn't going to throw in that part, but
if the parent services department is watching,
I mean, the thing is, though, it's not really that inappropriate of a movie.
No,
really,
it's
just
not. There's no nudity.
No,
it's not like Slasher's Gone Wild or anything, where there's sex in the first 5 seconds or anything like that.
There's no shower scene or anything.
No.
If anything, it's kind of a cool B movie to show a kid that that thinks everything's funny like that. From the perspective, again, it's a little girl telling the whole story of the movie. So, I mean, it's kind of an appropriate one to start a kid with B horror with.
Well, Ivy actually made the comment. She goes, "Can we make this for the field?"
I will help. I will fucking help.
I said, "I don't know if I want to use that much crate stuff." And she goes, "Use poop." No.
Refried beans, baby.
But no, she was so fascinated at it. She liked it. She got pulled into it, and she was like sitting right beside me. And then she goes, "Pause it." I said, "What?" And she goes, "Pause it." She goes, "Stop it. I'll be right back." And she went to the bathroom, and she grabbed a blanket. She came back out. She sat down right beside me, wrapped herself, and she goes, "We can watch this movie and cuddle." Oh yeah, this is absolutely a cuddling movie, Rave.
Why do you have a bathroom blanket?
No, she came out of the bathroom.
She went to the bathroom, went to her room.
Okay.
Oh,
and then she got the blanket.
Went to the bathroom to get the blanket.
Question.
Wait. Are you saying you don't have a bathroom blanket?
No,
my question for Pyle. My question for Pyle is: at what point is she telling her school mates about this movie and the teacher?
So
And-
we gotta give a backstory on Ivy.
okay.
And I will just tell you that Ivy goes to school and they'll say something like the other kids, and the teachers even said this. The kids will say something that all the kids are like, oh, wow, this and that. And Raven just sits there and she's like, and the teacher goes, Raven, are you okay? And she goes, mm-hmm. And she goes, is there something you want to say? I'm not allowed to talk about that at school because it's not something other kids will understand. My daughter has the understanding that there's a time and a place and things you don't talk about at school. And the whole thing was, I told her, I said, Raven, we can't talk about this at school. This is just me and you movie. And she goes, mm-hmm. And she likes that daddy-daughter time. And that was the next movie we watched was the one I was talking to you about, the detachable ass.
Yeah.
And she's like, is this another movie we can't talk about? And I said, yep, just me and you. And she goes, okay. He got a big butt.
I got some movies or some video from Raven while you guys were watching Monster. I had a couple videos sent to me of her talking to me about Monster. It was adorable. I loved it.
I do have one
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Are we the only one that has the linen closet in the bathroom, which is where the blankets are? Out of this group?
Where I live now doesn't have a linen closet, but I mean, I've lived in places before that had it in the bathroom where it was normal.
I have a closet right beside the bathroom. It actually, if I needed to do any plumbing on that shower, I would have to rip out the shower or rip out the closet.
I have linen closet, bedroom door, then bathroom. Kind of.
Because she said bathroom blanket, but I'm like, that's where the blankets are kept. So yes, we do have a bathroom blanket.
But listen, ignore her because she has a couch machete, but she questions the bathroom blanket.
Doesn't everyone have a couch machete?
The dress for people sold some shit today too.
I mean, listen,
so.
if you're going to be in the bathroom taking a shit for longer than a half an hour and it's cold, you might want a blanket.
Couch Claymore.
Oh,
So-
power went out. Looks like we're getting the blankets to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing though. With this, in order to dry it out, I have gigantic towels that are
Okay.
super thick so that they absorb all of the water in my hair. So,
Okay.
like, if I just, if for some, like, if I'm sick or something and need to, like, just hang out and chill in the bathroom for a bit, I don't need to bring a blanket. I got,
Listen,
like, the towels that are big
once
enough.
a towel is big enough, it's a fucking blanket.
It's not quite the bath thing, but it's pretty goddamn big.
It's it's
You know-
probably the size of a throw blanket, I'm going to imagine.
We're
All right.
talking about blankets there. For Christmas, my wife gave me a blanket, and it was my
We're
senior
seriously
photo
going
on
there.
it.
We've got
It was
totally
what
off
photo,
subject. Back
What?
to Monster.
Just back to Monsturd. How about the 5-star ratings here?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
let's hear
yes,
it.
yes.
So-
Yeah, these.
We got a few of them on Amazon.com. We have from William Larson, Attack of the Killer Monsturd. Please be sure and wash your hands after viewing this movie. This movie reminds me of a cross between Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Jack Frost. One big walking and talking doo-doo man. Don't expect to find any art here. This movie is just one guilty lowbrow pleasure of a good time, so enjoy. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Sure, yeah. I mean, it does have the song.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think they realized that Jack Frost was attached to the movie. So, like,
Yeah.
it's made it funnier.
I mean, number 2 is no puberty love, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a big puppet number 2, like on that Teletubbies show? Like, what kind of number 2? It was a doo-doo.
mm.
Sorry.
Anyway,
The
Chad.
doo-doo man.
Chad T wrote, loved it. Monsturd. I love this kind of movie. A cheap, semi-scary, low-budget yet entertaining movie. I hope they make a number 2. Chad T, you are fired. You are fired.
I'm dead.
Get out. Very bad,
Yeah.
Chad. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Alexander says, LOL cheese. Love it. Quick to the point. And the last number 5-star would be by T. Weller. Wonderfully silly.
Okay,
All right.
now it's telling
There
me
you
else
go.
to get out. I can have back support again.
So,
Got my Drew there. Just
all right, this is the part of the night where we give whether we recommend others to watch this and give our 10 whatever out of 10-star review. We'll start with Raz.
I'm going to give this one 6 out of 10 Mr. Hankies. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, there's ways that even at the level it was at, it could have been, better at times. But this is the kind of movie that you can just enjoy with your family, your friends. Maybe it's a first date scenario. Well, maybe don't do it on a first date. You'll never see them again. But
That would be a test.
it would be like, okay, she says she likes B movies. Let's find out. Let's just get to the bottom of this barrel right now.
This would be the perfect movie to show them whenever they say, "Oh, I like all sorts of horror movies."
Oh, really?
Like whenever somebody says, "I like all kinds of music." Really?
Right. But I mean, obviously, I recommend this to you guys, so I'd recommend it to literally anyone ever, all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys at home, you got to see this movie to believe it. Like you just got to see it to get it. We've only shown you a few screenshots, and there's actually, while it seems like we talked a lot about it and like gave a lot of spoilers, there's actually way fucking more to this movie than we went over. Like way more than what we talked about. But it'll really surprise you. It's going to be a movie that will surprise the shit out of you.
Yes. Carrie, where's the pillow?
Getting lumbar support right now.
Okay.
You know what it is though.
Okay, Friday. What did you? What would you say?
I'd give it probably on the Tomb of the Terrible horror films, probably a 5 chainsaws.
Okay.
Because it was so much better than Lamageddon, but it also wasn't the worst movie ever of all time.
Oh, it definitely wasn't Winter Beast.
And
Thank God.
as Josh said, it is a commitment thing, proof of commitment. So apparently we proved that we are Raz's friends, and he proves as a husband he won't divorce me after me making him watch it with me.
There you go. True love. Chaos, what did you think?
Oddly enough, I still have seen worse.
Same here.
Even though I'd probably have to give it about a solid 4 hankies.
Okay.
Mainly because of the little girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend it to friends though?
Friends that I wanted to get revenge on, probably. Friends that owe me money.
Shitty friends.
Okay, so we need to share it with Jason. Gotcha.
Okay. There's a story behind that. But anyway, Del.
I'm gonna go with a 5. Seen better, seen worse. As far as friends go, and I'm not giving it a rating on next to anything because I'm not gonna go there. For types of ratings. There are some people I would suggest this to, honestly. And this is how old I'm getting. I was like, I would tell James to watch this. Oh, wait. Like, out of my friends, who would I think of? Oh, and Raz might enjoy it too. Oh, Yeah, no, there's a couple of people I would suggest it to. Mostly people who enjoy being under the influence of some type of substance or another.
I think Jeremy
But,
would like this. I think he'd get a kick out of it.
Who?
Jeremy. Jar Jar.
Oh yeah, I think you would. Yeah. So yeah, 5 out of 10 would recommend to certain people.
Okay.
Like definitely not Karma. Mom's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, maybe not.
no.
What if you said this is the newest Marvel movie?
No, she'd still.
Okay. All right. Pyle, your turn.
So, since me and my daughter got to spend quality time with it, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 RIPs. Just because it is something that me and Ivy was able to.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
It's exactly what you think it is. It's toilet paper, and I was writing on it the whole time.
I got to tell
exactly why we had a toilet paper shortage during the pandemic.
I was hoping we would have some kind of level of a modicum of seriousness while discussing this movie, and we wouldn't be making with the potty humor so often. But once again, you have proven me that okay.
I look like it too.
We
Like somebody put Gumby in a microwave.
touchdown.
Did you just say it? Gumby in a
Patrick
microwave?
Star after Taco
Be
Bell.
in a
The green
microwave.
turned brown and he bubbled up, man.
As far as I go, I would give this 6 out of 10. And like Bill said, this is for certain people. As a matter of fact, this is the kind of movie that my best friend, brother from another mother, Scott Osterloh, may he rest in peace. This is the kind of movie we would have gone to the video store late at night and picked out from the Hollywood Video, and then, made it a night along with movies like, say, Tix and Carnosaur.
Oh, yeah.
And just,
Carnosaur in a while.
but if you have that friend whose sense of humor and sense of, what they consider movie watching this is the kind of movie that, I would go for what I initially started bad movie nights before certain friends decided, instead of bad movies, how about we watch good movies? Now, it's not exactly the kind of bad movie I would try to force my friends to watch during my birthday lament.
I was just gonna say, is this gonna be a birthday option? Because
No.
It totally should be.
No, I have thoughts on that one, but that's in December. So,
There was
Are
a
we-
missed opportunity here. Like, with the budget they had for the music and knowing how cheap this song would have been to get, The Misadventures of Shit Man by Green Jello would have literally been the perfect fucking title song for this movie. It really
Yes.
would have been. It talks about the sewer pipes and literally, like, the whole song is geared to this fucking movie.
smelling poo poo.
Poo,
But-
poo.
Okay, so Raz, well, before we do that, let's get the wheel out.
Oh, yep.
all right, Jenny, you ready?
2
Like the
seconds.
music. Okay.
I
Tubular,
believe
right?
I almost forgot
Let me
about the
know when.
wheel.
Something smelling pretty ripe. It's coming from that sewer pipe. It's poo poo.
Okay. Dun 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 dun. Spin.
Did it freeze for everybody or just for me?
Everybody.
Okay.
We are watching.
Yay!
Velocipaster.
Yay!
Yes, that's a good one.
I probably just woke up everybody in this house, but yay!
Yay! I love Velocipaster.
Velocipaster is
Hell
great.
yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do for it too. I have plans now. They were,
Bad
yeah.
thing is, something told me that was going to be what it was before we even started spinning the wheel.
Show of hands, how many people have already seen it? Okay, so we got some newbies here. That this is going to be fun. So
Oh yeah.
And
another
James
2
and I
weeks.
both
Yep.
have access to, for odd reasons, both of our sisters have props from the movie.
Nice.
Like, not the actual ones from the movie, but things that were used as props in the movie. So
Okay. Wow.
we've done this one before. We
Can
know
you
where
get
we're
pictures?
going. What?
So
Can you get pictures of the props?
Oh, yes, I'm hoping to get a prop.
Oh yeah.
So-
Actually, the guy that got that movie funded, like the funding agent for that one. And believe it or not, they actually are working on the sequel to Wasp.
Good. Does he go back to priest school again?
I don't know any of the details about it.
Have fun at priest school, son.
okay, Raz, where can we find you?
You can find me at raztslasher.com or by Googling me, because that's just a fun thing to say. Google.
I would love to Google you, but
We'll probably talk to Jenny, to be honest. Let's be honest. She'll probably be talking to her instead of me. That's
And I
okay.
have thoroughly Googled you, sir.
Yeah. But see, you won't know that you're not talking to me. That's how good she is.
no, I have faith that you will one day get your PhD, so we can call you Dr. Raz,
I will be Dr. Slasher, yes, 100%.
Dr. Slasher. All right, Friday, where can we find you?
I'm here on the Elliott Network. I'm on Fake Horror. I'm on Friday with the Library in the Blue Box is my main page. Friday Blues Organized Library is my book group. And through trying to help a friend make his own page, I made my own author page finally. So Jennifer Elliott is my author page.
Nice. All right. Chaos, where can we find you?
You can always find me in hell, or if I'm not there,
Me too.
find her.
Okay. Dell.
You can find me here on the Owlite Network on the Dorkening, and I'm also on splash pages on the Dorkening. Tomorrow night, by the way, guys, we have Phil Hester coming on, so
Nice.
kind of a big excitement one there. If you have time, come over and see it. We're an hour earlier for some reason on that show, so it's not the same bat time, well, it is for that show every week, but every one of our other shows that I'm on are here, and so we always want to.
But here is also there.
Here is also there. We are here and there. And you can find me, though, my author page and all my links to everything. Look up Carrie, Kari Sanders on Facebook. And if you see a crow, that's me. And all of my shows listed there. You can go and find t-shirts I made and books that I've contributed to and random weird shit that I post. Stuff like that. And puppies. Sometimes.
And puppies.
And
Yes.
kitties.
All right.
Shit and
So, yeah.
puppies.
And Cenobites.
Yes.
You know.
Sometimes the same thing.
Yes.
Pyle.
Puppies.
Well, you can find me here, or you can find me on TikTok, which I start doing a lot more TikTok. And you can find me on Instagram and Facebook.
You can find me here. You can find him there. You can find that rascal anywhere.
Well, that's a real pile of shit.
Mm-hmm. So, did anybody have to, play that game where you hold your tongue and you have to say, "I was born on a pirate ship"?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Oh, real quick, Chaos, there actually was a Cenobite puppy. It was one version of the chatter. I believe it was in Hellraiser 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, puppies and Cenobites do go together quite well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adorable Cenobites. But I am your Uncle Necro. You can find me on the Owlite Network. You can find me on the Blogosphere and various other sprinklings here and there. This is, of course, Halloween Bear. Halloween Bear. Swallow your soul.
I'm not even getting Monty the Mothman out right now. I got
You
the,
get a new one.
So,
I got it.
Oops, it's cool.
Got a new coup.
aw.
Fergus
So-
the coup.
Another 2 weeks, we're watching Velocipaster. Remember that. And until next time, seek help.
Shit in
A
a
lot
bag
of
and throw
help.
it out the window, people. Pretend it's the Middle Ages.